The Rezonator is a beautiful plugin developed by Xynth Audio. It allows you to easily add colorful harmonics to just about any sound. Rezonator works in pretty much any major DAW, and not only does it allow non-Ableton users to have a powerful resonator, it also has many additional built-in features, which are integrated seamlessly to improve your workflow. And today I'll be showing you the basics of how to use it. I've created a simple pattern using a short kick sample as our source audio. This is what it sounds like on its default preset. It's currently only using one resonator on C4. You can change the note with this knob, the fine-tuning with this slider, the gain, and the panning. You get 6 resonators per instance, and you can enable or disable them like this. As you can hear, they're all still resonating to the same note. So let's change the notes to create a chord. Now that we have our chord, what if I want to pitch the chord up or down? The first resonator acts as our root note, so all you have to do is change the root note. If you look up here, these are our states. We have 8 of them. You can create chord progressions by putting different chords in each state, and then automating the state slider to change which state is active. For our second state, let's set our root note. And instead of creating our chord from scratch, let's use one of the chord presets. This automatically sets our resonators to a set chord in intervals. Now that we have multiple states, what if I want the panning or gain to stay the same on every state? Just right-click the setting you want and choose Set All. This will set the knob or slider to the same value on each state. Now, let's take a look at the other features to improve the sound even more. We have 2 modes, saw and square mode. This will change the harmonics, giving us a totally different sound. I think saw mode works best in our case. We also have 2 important knobs here, decay and color. Decay is pretty self-explanatory. The higher the value, the longer the decay. Color determines the damping amount. The higher the value, the brighter the resonance. We also have a built-in EQ with low-pass and high-pass filters along with a bell. This only affects the wet signal, so it really comes in handy to have built in. We can color our wet signal to achieve a cleaner result. Quick side note, you can bypass the plugin with the power button and change the wet-dry levels with these knobs here. Now that we have our basic settings dialed in, let's move on to the advanced settings. If you click the gear icon, here we have a built-in reverb, ported glide time, fine-tuning range, and a built-in stereo delay, otherwise known as the Haas effect. With these options, we can achieve so much with just the plugin itself. Now, our sound is super wide, super full, and super clean, and I'm only using this one plugin. MIDI mode is a super useful feature I personally use all the time. It allows you to send MIDI notes to the plugin instead of setting the notes by interval. This is especially useful if you already have a chord progression in your track. Since MIDI can only provide note and velocity data, you can still change the panning and fine-tuning on the resonators in the plugin itself. You can change how long the notes are held out with the release slider. You can also change the MIDI mode from normal to round robin, which holds the notes until new MIDI information is sent and there are no available resonators left. If you'd like to buy a resonator, it's available for $25 US, and the link will be in the description. By purchasing Rezonator, you'll be supporting a small team and you'll have a new powerful tool in your DAW. Thanks for watching.